It doesn't feel right seeing dead soldiers in a monastery.
The Reapers don't care where they kill us, Major.
No, but Asari High Command could have evacuated the people here before it came to that.
Another commando got overrun? This place must have been chaos. Or they panicked.
Sad you missed the show, Elsie?
Yeah. Wish they could have been here to back us up.
Another dead commando. Was she holding off Reapers or was she left behind?
Wish we knew.
I hope Asari Command isn't expecting us to bring back their soldiers.
I found another Asari commando, also deceased.
Falaire and her sister may be the only survivors.
Yes. I was unsure if it was appropriate to broach the subject.
Thank you, Edie. But don't spare my feelings. It's better to know.
Another dead commando. The Asari should have rid themselves of the Ardat-Yakshi.
Asari culture is tolerant of the Ardat-Yakshi willing to isolate themselves.
A weakness we are now paying for.
Another commando. Why did they go so far into the monastery?
Perhaps the commandos were looking for survivors?
Their luck was no better than ours.
Did the Asari plant those explosives, or did they mess up and die out here?
I have not yet had visual confirmation on the status of the other squads.
We'll keep counting, Edie. We're screwed if they're all here.
Another commando got overrun? This place must have been chaos. Or they panicked.
Asari commandos are exceptionally well trained. This one was unlucky.
Hope she sent a dozen Reaper freaks over the ledge before they got her.
It doesn't feel right seeing dead soldiers in a monastery.
Asari High Command couldn't take a chance with Ardat-Yakshi. Something had to be done.
Sending commandos with explosives is more damage control than a real plan, Lyra.
Another dead commando. Was she holding off Reapers or was she left behind?
I hope it's the former. That's a bad place to die.
Name me a good one, Caden.
Another commando. Why did they go so far into the monastery?
The Great Hall is an ideal location from which to set off a controlled demolition.
Then we'd better find ourselves an exit before setting off those explosives.
Another dead commando. The Asari should have rid themselves of the Ardat-Yakshi.
By rid themselves, you mean kill.
My people would never let such monsters walk among them.
They didn't care for the competition?
Blech.
It doesn't feel right seeing dead soldiers in a monastery.
I wonder if the Ardat-Yakshi were waiting for the commandos to save them.
I think the commandos got sent here too late to change anything.
Another dead commando. Was she holding off Reapers or was she left behind?
It does not matter.
No, it matters. I want to think she could trust her team in a fight.
She's beyond that question now.
It doesn't feel right seeing dead soldiers in a monastery.
Ardat-Yakshi are dangerous. The Asari felt compelled to take action.
Really? Feels more like they ignored this place until it became a liability for the war.
Did the Asari plant those explosives, or did they mess up and die out here?
If we find the explosives, I may be able to jury-rig something.
You good at demolition, Sparks?
Yes, but they're usually accidental.
Another dead commando. The Asari should have rid themselves of the Ardat-Yakshi.
They're blowing up an entire Ardat-Yakshi monastery. Doesn't that satisfy you?
The Asari should have done it centuries ago.
Another commando got overrun? This place must have been chaos. Or they panicked.
She was fortunate her death was quick.
You're sure about that?
Does it help to imagine otherwise?
Another dead commando. Was she holding off Reapers or was she left behind?
That's a gruesome thought.
You were wondering too, weren't you?
Yeah.
Did the Asari plant those explosives, or did they mess up and die out here?
We'll soon see.
You're not worried?
While the Reaper soldiers are dying, I am content.
Huh. Lucky bastard.
It doesn't feel right seeing dead soldiers in a monastery.
Where would you prefer to see them?
Defending their homes. Alive.
Another commando got overrun? This place must have been chaos. Or they panicked.
Maybe she got trapped. There was nowhere to run.
No. Not unless you're into mountain climbing.
Another dead commando. Was she holding off Reapers or was she left behind?
You joking? The commandos came ready to blow up the place. Tell me they weren't expecting casualties. I'll show you a fucking liar. Did the Asari plant those explosives, or did they mess up and die out here?
After what the Reapers did, they wouldn't rest until the bomb was in place.
Doc, your people aren't invincible.
No, trust me.
Another dead commando. Was she holding off Reapers or was she left behind?
It's likely she volunteered to set up nearby explosives.
At least we're carrying on her work.
Another commando got overrun? This place must have been chaos. Or they panicked.
Asari commandos have decades of experience. They don't panic.
Doesn't matter how long you've been fighting. You never know what'll break your unit.
Another dead commando. Was she holding off Reapers or was she left behind?
Commandos work as teams. She would have volunteered to guard this point.
Hope she took some down before she died.
Those were strange biotics, and powerful. The Reapers are converting Asari slaves to their side.
There's not much hope for anyone here, Shepard.
We're fighting Reaperized Asari now?
That used to be an Asari? Poor Liara. I'm glad she's back on the Normandy.
The commandos really trashed the place on their way through.
They were about to blow it up.
Kind of a shame. Looks like it used to be real nice here.
Despite this destruction, most of the damage to the monastery is cosmetic.
Really?
A remarkable amount of this complex is structurally intact. For now.
Forget it, Commander. The door's busted. I mean, in case you couldn't tell from the bullet holes.
I had a hunch.
That elevator's broken. We'll have to take the long route. Unless you picked up the knack of using biotics to float.
We're both out of luck on that one. Could you learn to float down off a rail like that?
Well, not in the next 10 minutes.
We're not going to have much luck with those doors.
You figure?
Between the Reapers and Commandos, I'm amazed this building's still standing.
You'd need a crowbar to pry those doors open. This place was beautiful before the Reapers came.
Despite the damage, you can tell this place used to be beautiful. For a prison.
You disapprove?
Actually, I think the Asari were being kind. Most races would have killed something like an Ardat-Yakshi.
Samara.
You know each other? That's wild. So why are you here?
What brings a Justicar out here?
It's great you two know each other, but how'd you find this place?
You know everyone we meet, Commander? How'd she find this place?
I assume you're here on your own, Justicar. Perhaps for something special?
Not sure how I feel about doing the Asari's dirty work.
We need them on our side.
Right. Guess we need to regain some trust after Thessia.
This was likely the Reaper's initial attack site. Few signs of resistance. I'd say very little warning.
If they knew about it at all.
Why did the Reapers invade a monastery?
They'll invade everywhere eventually.
I know, but if this place has some strategic value, I'm not seeing it.
An isolated fortress. The Ardat-Yakshi must have believed they were safe from the war.
This fight didn't last long by the look of it.
They learned.
This place is enormous. And there must have been thousands of people living here.
I haven't seen any survivors.
Me neither. And I bet most of them were civilians.
Why'd the Reapers come all this way to wreck a monastery?
They'll invade everywhere eventually.
Yeah, but what makes Asari nuns a priority target?
Asari High Command hid a lot from us. You're headed to an Ardat-Yakshi monastery.
So the Asari throw us at the problem? What's the plan?
So what's the plan, Doc?
Magnified biotics, eh? Great. What's our strategy?
I suppose it's flattering they call us to pick up the pieces. What's the plan?
I heard something.
That was me. Sorry, Commander.
I tripped over debris.
I, tripped. Sorry.